So let me tell you what are the major reasons for taking this many attempts. Okay, I will list out you one by one the reasons for taking this many attempts. The first reason is lack of conceptual clarity. Institute expects you to know the meaning of each and every sentence given in our material. They are not asking you to reproduce everything, but you must know the meaning of each and every word and each and every sentence. So that is first thing what students are lacking. So generally students prefer to read some important questions and go to the exam. That will not work out for this course. Institute is not expecting you to reproduce everything which is given in the material, but you must know its meaning properly. So since your language is good, I don't think there is an issue in reproducing the answer. So actually, frankly speaking, it's one strength for you. That means what happens is, for another student, it may take, he may need to read the sentence 3 or 4 times to understand it, and to reproduce the same in the exam. In your case, you can understand in 1 or 2 readings itself, and you will be position to reproduce the same in the exam in your own language without any grammatical mistakes. You utilize that strength properly. Just because you have good language, so it cannot become an edge to you unless you have conceptual clarity also. So the content has to be accurate and it has to be presented neatly. Both are equally important. So that is one area you have to take care. Now, coming to the remaining theory subjects like EAS and SM, what you need to do is, in the first 2 readings, try to know the meaning of each and every sentence. First 2 readings, you don't try to remember anything, try to understand the meaning of every sentence. After that, whatever you understand from that, you maintain your gist of your own. So I better call it as a quick revision notes. It should not be more than 30% of your main material. So whatever your main material content is there, it should not be more than 30%. Now you have to do some cumulative revision. What is this cumulative revision means? Let us assume today you prepared 10 theory questions. So tomorrow, while preparing these 10 theory questions, you maintain your quick revision notes also. So from 3rd reading onwards, you maintain your quick revision notes also. Tomorrow what you have to do is, you first revise these first 10 questions in the quick revision notes and then start preparing from 11th question onwards. Day after tomorrow, you revise the questions which you read on the first day and second day in your quick revision notes and then start reading from question number 21. So in this manner, by the time the chapter gets completed, you might have revised the chapter 3 to 4 times. Even while you prepare for second chapter, you must revise the first chapter once in your quick revision notes, at least once, not every day, at least once. So similarly, when you start preparing for 3rd chapter, you first revise the first 2 chapters in quick revision notes once and then start preparing for 3rd chapter in the same manner that I have said earlier. That is 10 questions a day. 10 questions a day is highly enough for you, but you have to read it consistently. You read 10 questions every day, then it's a huge. So 5 questions from EIS, 5 questions from strategic management every day, enough. So within a period of 1 month, you might be finishing more than 60% of the syllabus. So I think reading 5 questions is not a big deal per day. So that means instead of reading at a stretch for 5 hours, 10 hours, EIS, I'm asking you to cut it down into small chunks and try to gain specialized knowledge in only 5 questions a day. 5 questions in EIS, 5 questions in SM every day. So within 20 days, assuming that you are able to read only for 20 days a month, within 20 days, you might be finishing 100 questions in EIS and 100 questions in SM, which is almost equal to 4 chapters. So this is how you need to crack your EIS and SM, and same logic will apply to auditing also. Why students feel auditing to be tough? Very simple. So they don't read it properly. They don't understand it properly. They expect that I read it for one time, I understood the meaning of the auditing in that first reading. No, there are more chances that you have misinterpreted that answer. Any provision you can understand clearly only from 2nd or 3rd reading. Don't jump into any conclusion in the first reading. I even recommend the students to read a paragraph for the first time, immediately read the same paragraph for second time, and then go to the second paragraph. That's how you must read each and every paragraph twice. It's not question wise, you have to read it twice, paragraph wise. Then you can understand and you can start interpreting it in the right sense. Otherwise, the intention of the sentence is different and what you conclude is entirely different. That scope is very much there in any legal paper, either it is a law or auditing or income tax or GST. In my opinion, auditing is also a legal paper, because whatever the standards say you have to follow, then it is also a legal paper. So all these are legal papers, where the intention of the author who drafted that law is very important. He might have written in one sense, and you might be understanding in a different sense. You can understand in which sense the author has written only when you read it twice or thrice. Don't jump into any conclusion in the first reading. So this is how you have to crack the theory subjects. When it comes to theory subjects, consistency plays a very important role. Even if you read for 2 hours a day, that means 1 hour EIS, 1 hour SM, it's absolutely fine. But the 2 hours has to be done consistently every day. That makes lot of difference. So, and coming to theory subjects, in which source you prepare makes lot of difference. So, any material which is very much nearer to the content of study material is good material. So they should not make any additions in the material, any deletions in the material. So the author is supposed to make only some improvements, some value additions, like dividing the paragraph into small sentences, giving some side headings or underlining the keywords, or adding some additional explanation without cutting down the content given in the study material. That's it. Anything extra done, definitely that's not a good material for you. So choose the materials wisely. Whatever is given in the study material is very important. For example, in our academy, would never spoil the content given in the study material. We try to cover the content given in the study material to the extent of 100%. We just divide the content into small questions. That is question and answer approach. Each answer we try to present in the form of small points, and if possible we'll try to put side headings. Otherwise we'll just underline the keywords. So in our material you can find all the questions given in the past RTPs, MTPs, past exam papers. That means our material is more like a compiler. We compile the content from study material, RTPs, MTPs, past exam papers. In all these sources, there will be a lot of repetitions. We will eliminate all those repetitions and try to give a single material. So any material of that nature is good for you. If needed, you can even purchase our materials. That's completely your wish. There is no compulsion at all. But choose a material of that kind for all the theory subjects. Now, coming to theory subjects, writing exams plays a very important role, Amma. So for example, today you read around 5 questions, okay, in EIS. So close down the material, try to answer at least 2 or 3 questions randomly on your own. After that, open the material and try to verify your own answers, evaluate your own answers. Then what you realize is, there is a huge difference in the meaning of the sentence given in the study material and the meaning of the sentence being written by you. So that is one of the problems being faced by students with good language, good command over English. They always try to write in their own sentence. There is nothing wrong as long as the meaning is same. But unfortunately, the meaning will not be same. So that's why if you start checking your own papers, you can understand that you are deviating too much from the study material. The meaning given in the study material is giving a different sense, and the sentence written by you is giving a different sense. That you will realize, and gradually you will try to, as it is, reproduce what is given in the study material. So that's why you write exams on your own randomly and try to evaluate your own answers. This is all with respect to theory subjects. Now coming to problematic subjects, what's the mistake everybody is going to do is, they will simply open the notebook, refer it, and assume that they understood. For example, you watch a recipe, preparing a recipe in a YouTube, okay? Will you be able to do it accurately? So knowing is different and doing is different. So doing requires a lot of practice. After preparing the same recipe for 4 or 5 times, you will be able to do it accurate. Even though you know the entire ingredients, you know the entire procedure, then where the things getting wrong? Practice. So anything comes only by practice. Even a cricketer goes to the ground only by making practice. Then my question is, how many times you practiced all the problems given in the material? You might have never done so. So let me tell you how it has to be done, okay? You refer the solution in the material. There's nothing wrong in that. Whatever the solution is there in the notebook, you refer it. I don't have any objection. After that, close it down and solve it on your own. While solving, you have to present exactly in the same manner you are supposed to present in the public exam. And also note down how much time you have taken. Do you know the crux of writing an exam in CA course? It's not knowing the answer. The crux is, the main point is, you will not be able to do it within the 3 hours. So, you know the answer, but time will not be sufficient to do it in within the given period of 3 hours, because it comes only by practice. If you observe a running race, a sprinter is working 4 years just to participate in the Olympics only for running. He'll be practicing hours together. What is the purpose? To save around 1 second. After 4 years of hard work and practice, he may be able to finish the same 100 meters in 1 second lesser time. For that 1 second, he is practicing. He knows the value of every second. Similarly, without practicing, how can you answer the same problem in the exam within the given time? So that requires a lot of practice. What you have to do is, while practicing it, please note down how much time you have taken. Because in the exam, you have to solve it without looking at the answer, and you have to solve it within the given time. And also, there will be a lot of tension in the exam. Exam fear will be there. Here you are solving a known problem. In the public exam, you have to solve a unknown problem. So that's why a 10 marks problem you must be able to solve here within 15 minutes. If you are able to solve it within 15 minutes here, there are very good chances that you will be able to solve the same problem or similar problem in the public exam in a matter of 15 to 16 minutes. That too, there will be some exam fear also in the public exam. So that's why practice requires all these things. Practice means how neatly you have done, whether you have written everything or not, whether you have taken same amount of time which you are supposed to take in the public exam or not, and whether your answer is correct or not. All these things matter. So let us assume a particular problem is taking more time. Note it down and try to solve it once again. In the first time, you may take 16 minutes to solve it. Next time, you may be able to solve it within 15 minutes. So list out all the problems which you felt to be very tough. In the next revision, try to revise those problems rather than entire chapter. You try to maintain an index of all the problems which are there in your notebook. Problem number, what is the highlight part of that problem number? Is it required to revise it again day before exam or not? You maintain an index. So day before your public exam, if you once open the index, you will find 2 or 3 problems in each chapter which must be revised day before exam. So in that manner, your confidence levels will get improved in the public exam. Similarly, just like what I told with respect to theory subjects, preparing in the right source is very important in problematic subjects also. Remember one thing, today institute is not ready to give any problem in the exam which cannot be answered with the knowledge of study material. I am not saying that they will not give any problem which is not there in the study material. No, that's not my sentence. My sentence is, today institute is not ready to give any problem which cannot be answered with the knowledge of study material. That means if you have thorough knowledge on the study material, you can answer every problem given in the public exam. It all depends on how much command you have on the study material. So you have to find out a material which consists of each and every problem given in the study material, RTPs, MTPs, past exam papers. All these things needs to be compiled as a single book. That's what we do. So if you want, you can even purchase our materials as per your wish. But if not masterminds material, at least choose a material which is having all these qualities. Remember, even if you solve 1000 problems, you are going to get a new problem in the public exam. So you can answer that new problem in the public exam only if you have conceptual clarity. Conceptual clarity means it's not enough to know what to do. What is required to be known is why it has to be done, why it has to be added, why it has to be subtracted, why it has to be debited. You must know the reason called why. Every student knows what to do, but very few students know why it has to be done. It is nothing but conceptual clarity. This is how you need to crack each of the subjects given in your group 2. Luckily, this time you have ample time. Results are out by July 5th itself. It's almost 4 months of time. And remember, so every day, consistent preparation for 10 to 12 hours is mandatory. Now coming to MCQs. So as far as MCQs are concerned, try to practice the MCQs given in the question bank given by CA Institute without looking at the answers on your own. So those MCQs will help you to test whether you understood the concepts correctly or not.
Okay.
If you are able to answer all those MCQs correctly without looking at the solutions, that means you have conceptual clarity.
Okay.
Otherwise, you better read the material once again, not the MCQs.
Okay.
The mistake students commit is they read the MCQs for 10 times. There is no use. MCQs are given to test your knowledge,
Okay.
not for practice. They are not there for your practice. MCQs
Yes,
are given for to test your knowledge. If you are unable to answer them correctly, that means your concepts are not good. Read the concepts once again and then try to answer the MCQs once again on your own. That's how you can score good marks in MCQs. You first, in the first 2 or 3 readings, don't even try to remember anything. Your only goal is to understand its meaning, to understand the linkage, because in legal papers the linkage is very important. One provision to another provision, one section to another section. In the first 2 or 3 readings, you try to enjoy what you are reading, just like a story. When you read a novel, you enjoy what you are reading. You will not read to remember, you read it only to enjoy it. Similarly, enjoy reading auditing. For the first 2 or 3 readings, you enjoy reading auditing.
Okay.
After that, you try to prepare a gist of your own. That means quick revision notes of your own. Automatically, your comprehension skills will get developed. If you give the multiple revisions, just like what I have said earlier, that is called cumulative revision, then you will easily conquer auditing. Believe me, you will get exemption in auditing. So, if you strictly follow whatever I have said in this audio file, you will definitely call back me after results, and you will tell on your own that you got at least 2 exemptions in your group 2. You will stun to see your own result. You will not believe. Whatever the wrong notions you had with respect to ICA or with respect to the CA exams, all those things will be gone, because this is not the right approach Institute is expecting. As long as we don't follow the right approach, we don't get the result.
Yes, sir.
If you start a business, your approach should be correct, na? Otherwise, how can you get profits? So if you want to start a business, you must know what your customer expects and you must deliver the same. Similarly, if you are studying CA course, you must know what ICA is expecting from you. Perfection. That's it. In single word, perfection. And try to write as many number of exams as possible. If you want, if you are interested, you can register for our test series, where you can write the exams from your home. You can send answer papers by scanning them to the mail ID given by us. We will evaluate your papers and will return back the same papers to you through mail. If you are interested, you can enroll for the same. So if not Masterminds, some other test series of your choice, no issues. But you write as many number of exams possible, and immediately after completion exam, you try to evaluate your own answers, your own answer papers. You will stun to find numerous number of mistakes. You will stun. You can't even believe that you have committed so many mistakes. You take my word. So after 1 week, you prepare in this manner. After 1 week to 10 days, give me feedback. Whether you are satisfied with your own progress or not, you please tell me. So that is more important than end result. You should be satisfied with your own work, na? That's more. They're able to remember everything. They're able to chant without even a book. That's what the magic in consistency. When you do any work consistently, it becomes very easy to remember. You follow these techniques like the cumulative revision I have said earlier, maintaining your own running notes, that is quick revision notes. So automatically all the issues will get addressed. You simply blindly follow this for 10 days and you tell me the progress. No issue. All the best, Nana.